Hi everyone, Vincenzo here with a new episode of Ukerocks, a series of ukulele tutorials on some of the best rock riffs of all time. So if like me, you want to rock out on the ukulele, you can't miss this one. Today you will learn how to play Around the World by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, one of my favorite songs by the American band. In the tutorial you will learn how to play the guitar riff, the main bass riff and the chords, so that you can play the entire song. Having said that, let's get started. But before doing that, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel. I don't like to say these things, but it would really help me if you did, and it doesn't cost you anything. The guitar riff is super simple. You start with fret number 2, then 1, 3, 1, 3, 1 and 3. All together, 3, 4, again, 3, 4. For the second part of the riff, you simply repeat 2, 1, 3, 1 and 3. So it's basically the same as the first part, but it's shorter. Let's put everything together. 3, 4. Slower, 3, 4. Okay, now you learn the main riff, but let me tell you a few extra things about it. First of all, you start a beat before beat 1, so basically it's 3 E and 4 E and. The riff starts on the last 16th note of beat 4. 3 E and 4 E and. This might seem difficult for you, and that's why when I first explained the riff, I didn't mention it. But at the end of the day, if you're familiar with the song, it's quite a natural feel, so you don't have to overthink it. Nevertheless, I decided to mention it because I believe it's always good to be aware of what we play. The second thing I want to mention is the fast tempo of the song. Around the World is played at around 94 BPM, and playing 16th notes at this tempo is not the easiest thing to do. You have a few options here. First of all, you can try to use the most common technique for fingerstyle, and therefore use the thumb for the third string and the index for the second one. This is what I did before. Or you can also try just with the thumb if you prefer. Another thing that you can do is use the thumb for the third string, and then for the second string you alternate between thumb and index, like this. Alternatively, you can even use a pick if that works for you, and use alternate picking. In this case, you start with going up because the note is on the upbeat, like this. 3, 4. Okay, keep watching to see how we'll play it in the play along. Now let's start working on the bass riff, which sounds very well together with the guitar one. In fact, you could easily play Around the World as a ukulele duet with one of your friends. Anyway, you start with fret 7, then 8, 10, 5, 4, then 7, 8. All together, 3, 4, remember, the notes are staccato, so it's this and not this. Let's see what you have next. You carry on and you have 7, 8, 10, so same as before, and then 5, 4, 8, 7, 6. All together, 3, 4, again, 3, 4. Let's put the entire bass line together. 3, 4. again, slowly, 3, 4. Now learn the main bass line, but there are a lot of variations in the song. Let me show you 2 of them. The variations happen in the second part of the second measure of the riff. So you start with the usual 7, 8, 10, and then for example you have this fast line 5, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5. All together 3, 4, and again 3, 4, and now let's take a look at one more variation. This is actually quite simple. You play the main part, 7, 8, 10, and then you have a slide to 8, and then a slide to 6. All together, 3, 4. It doesn't matter that much from where you're sliding from, but I'm doing it from fret 3. One more time, 3, 4. By the way, if you have a low G ukulele, you might want to use it to play the bass line an octave down. However, you will have to tune your low G string to F. Now let me tell you about the chorus. These are the chords that you need, and a simple strumming pattern that you can use is this. 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. And again, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. Now let's follow the chords. 3, 4, A flat, G minor, F minor, C minor. These are not the easiest chords to play, but I'm sure you can manage. It's time for the play along. I will be playing the guitar riff and the bass riff together, so perhaps once play the guitar riff and another time the bass one. I will be playing the guitar riff using the thumb for the 3rd string and the index for the 2nd one. For the bass riff, I will be including the variations I showed you, but you don't have to. The tempo will be 94 BPM. Having said that, get ready, you're about to start playing. The aim of this tutorial was to teach you how to play Around the World by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Learn it, post your video on social media and tag me. I will reshare your video in my stories. On my Patreon page you can find the tabs and the backing tracks that you need to practice the guitar riff and the bass riff. You have 3 backing tracks for each one of them. One at the original tempo, one slower and another one even slower. And one more thing, don't forget that if you learned something from this video and you would like to say thank you, you can buy me a coffee, link in the description. That's all for now. Let me know in the comments if you managed to learn this song. If you want help in your ukulele journey, take a look at my freebies in the description. I have free tabs, a guide and even a free course. If you're into rock music, subscribe to my channel and follow the hashtag #ukerocks on Instagram. And don't forget to check out the series #ukerocks to learn how to play some of the most iconic rock songs on the ukulele. And if you have any suggestions for more rock tutorials, drop them in the comments. Having said that, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next week. Ciao!